Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to one of the most anticipated pay-per-views here in WWE 2k14 Universe Mode. This is Payback. We're going to kick off the show with the BrendenPlayz defending their World Tag Team Championships against The Big Show and Rey Mysterio. This should be one hell of a match to kick off the pay-per-view. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you all, go and join in the Payback discussion over at BrendenPlayz.com/forums. You can go over there and join in the discussion about Payback, but as well as that, over on BrendenPlayz.com, I have all the match previews, including the promos, and a bit of a write-up about each and every single match. And as well as that, in the description down below, if you want to watch a specific match on the card, I will post all the timestamps for each match on the description. So click the description down below and you'll see all the timestamps, and you can watch whatever match you would like. So here comes Rey Mysterio, his buddy, The Big Show. We're still looking for a tag team name for these guys. You guys have been giving me a lot of these names. I think one that I like is Mysterio. I think something like that. I think that's how you pronounce it. But I'm going to put a poll up on my website in the coming days after Payback's done, and we can vote on what the tag team name should be for these two guys, and we'll go from there. So The Big Show and Rey Mysterio, they had a match against the BrendenPlayz, of course, at Extreme Rules, where they failed to get it done. It was a steel cage match. It was down to Big Show and Titus O'Neil, who went at it for a good 20 minutes or so, just them two alone. And it was a long match. It was a hard-fought match, but unfortunately for Big Show and Mysterio, they were not able to walk away with the Tag Team Championships. Of course, those titles were decided for the first time here in Universe Mode on that show. So at Extreme Rules was the first night that we actually had the World Tag Team titles being defended on Universe Mode. We brought them in at WrestleMania. Of course, the Smackdown General Manager Edge decided to, instead of adopting the WWE Tag Team Championships, he decided to bring in his own Tag Team Championships, and he decided to bring in the World Tag Team Championships to the Smackdown brand. And we have only had one World Tag Team Champions so far, and that is the BrendenPlayz. So could Mysterio and The Big Show be the second team to win the World Tag Team titles here in Universe Mode? Of course, BrendenPlayz are a two-time Tag Team Champion, of course, the World Tag Team titles right now, but they also won the WWE Tag Team Championships earlier on this year against The Shield. They're the only team at the time to have beat The Shield, and they ended the Shield's historic WWE Tag Team Championship run. You know, that tag team run went for months and months and months. The BrendenPlayz were the team to end that. The Shield won the titles back from the PTP in a month. So the BrendenPlayz, their first run wasn't exactly great, but this second run here as the World Tag Team Champions has only had the same length of time, so they have never been able to defend the tag titles successfully. So tonight could be their night, or it could be deja vu, where we see the BrendenPlayz bow out as Tag Team Champions after just a month. So hopefully for their sake that does not happen. And Rey Mysterio and The Big Show, yes, they had an opportunity at Extreme Rules in the steel cage. It was so close, like I said before, and it could have been anyone's game. Titus O'Neil in the end managed just to get the better of The Big Show. We saw Mysterio and Darren Young, they escaped the cage very early on, as what the Big Show off the top rope with the drop kick. Yeah, only in 2K. Yeah, I've got no explanation for that, as Titus O'Neil gets sent over the top rope. So we saw Big Show and Mysterio, they went so close in the steel cage match, and I thought, okay, they've had their shot, time for someone else to step up. But the Big Show and Mysterio just kept on winning. To their credit, they just kept on going at it. They kept beating everyone else, and they deserved to be in this match again. I mean, we saw the likes of the Wyatts, the Usos, Awesome Riders, Los Matadors, 3MB, all trying to stake their case to be the next #1 contenders for the World Tag Team titles. But to their credit, Big Show and Mysterio, they kept beating all of them. And now they've earned their way into this tag team matchup, and they are kicking this match off, kicking this pay-per-view off with this tag team match as a double tag here. So in comes Young and Mysterio. So we have Titus and The Big Show, the two powerhouses, and Mr. No Days Off, Darren Young, and the high-flying Rey Mysterio in this matchup. So I hope you guys do like the Payback arena, as Big Show off the top again. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. I hope you guys do like the Payback arena. There wasn't that many to choose from, actually, and I really don't like doing custom pay-per-views and things like that, but This is the first time here in Universe Mode. We are doing a custom arena, custom pay-per-view, so I hope it is okay. Hope it all turns out okay. So far so good. I like the arena. I think it looks pretty cool. And, you know, we've tried to manage as well as I possibly can with everything. So, once again, apologies for the lateness of the video. I know you guys have been waiting for weeks now for Payback, and I promised you guys weeks ago I'd get it up. Just been busy, man. I just haven't had the time to get it up as soon as I wanted to. And promo videos take a lot of time to make, and they're a little bit tedious. So, if you haven't already, make sure you do check out all the promo videos that I did make. I made 3 of them. You can go find them on my channel. They're pretty easy to find there. You can find them on my channel, or just go to a playlist on the channel, the Universe Mode playlist. They're also over at my website, BrendenPlayz.com as well, where you can find all my videos over there. Or you can just click the Payback link. I mean, there's 1,000 ways how you can find my videos. So you won't be able to miss them. So make sure you do check them out. 3 of them. They're all for the big 3 matches tonight. We have 3 main events. That is going to be huge. I'll talk more about them later as they come about. But it's a big show, Payback. We've got a lot of great matches. It's been a great build-up towards Payback. So this is going to be exciting as Young has a submission hold here on Mysterio. Big Show straight away in to break that one up. Well, now he's trying to get the advantage back in Mysterio's favor as he throws Young into the corner. And Mysterio takes advantage of that. And he's going to fly. Oh! Off the top rope. And Mysterio, he needs to quicken the pace here. Get it back to how he likes it. As we know Darren Young is a workhorse. He'll do everything he possibly can to try and win this matchup. Mysterio loves to fly, and the Big Show is just one big bad son of a gun. As Titus, oh, he sends the Big Show flying. So I thought for a moment Big Show was going to get the better of Titus. So these 2 teams are both fan favorites. And they are well liked by everyone. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this one does pan out. And we're back in the ring now. And honestly, I think if I had to give a prediction, I would say the Primetime Players are going to get it done because of the fact they have been teaming longer than the Big Show and Mysterio. And they've found more success. You know, obviously they've been tag team champions now on 2 different occasions. They know what it takes to win the big match. But in saying that, they haven't proven themselves as tag team champions before. Their first reign, like I said, they failed. Their second reign, well, it's yet to be decided. But, oh, hang on. Titus O'Neil tags himself in. Down goes Mysterio. I think he ate a bit of that announce table as well. And the Big Show sent down with a Russian leg sweep. And now Titus O'Neil looking to get the favor back in his team's way. But Big Show not having any of that. Oh! And the knee right to the head of Titus O'Neil. Here's a cover. 1. No, not even a count for Big Show and Mysterio. So in comes Darren Young trying to get himself some of the Big Show. The Big Show forces Young back outside the ring. Titus O'Neil, the powerhouses, the 2 big men of these teams. But the Big Show obviously much, much bigger than Titus O'Neil, which you don't really get to say very often. And I tell you what, the tag team division here on Smackdown is very close, very tight. You know, we have a lot of good teams on here. I thought for a moment the Awesome Riders would actually be in this matchup. I thought they were going to beat the Big Show Mysterio because they were looking to be the next #1 contenders. They were heating up. They were looking great. But Big Show Mysterio, they beat them, and they earned their way into this match respectively. As, oh! The leg over the top of Titus O'Neil. That could be it. Mysterio trying to get to Darren Young. He was unsuccessful though. Now Big Show trying to call for Titus O'Neil to get to his feet. I thought he was going to go for the WD. Instead, hits the choke slam. Young is up to the apron though, so he could be right there to interfere. We're going to have a cover here. This could be it. 1. Ooh, and Darren Young breaks up the count. Oh, that's unfortunate for Big Show Mysterio. I thought for a moment they were going to be the next tag team champions. The big choke slam. Nobody kicks out of that. But Darren Young was there to save the day for his tag team. And Titus O'Neil pushed away. And, oh, Titus O'Neil, belly to belly. He slams down the Big Show, and Big Show's had enough. But Darren Young grabs onto the Big Show, and now Titus will gain the advantage with a kick to the midsection. So, like I said, we've had the Awesome Riders, they've looked good. We've had the Wyatts, they've looked pretty good. The Usos haven't won a match, I think, since the brand split of the tag team division. Los Matadors have been okay, and 3MB as well. So a lot of good teams. Hang on. Oh! Titus O'Neil sends the Big Show flying. I think Mysterio was sent out as well. You can see his legs in the ring. 1, 2. Oh, he kicks out at 2.5. Oh, how did he stay alive in that one? The Clash of the Titus. I thought that was going to be it. And the Big Show somehow finding a way to kick out. To his credit, here comes Young in the ring, and he breaks up that count. Darren Young sliding in the ring, doing everything he can possibly do to keep this match alive and keep the tag team belts around his waist. So both teams have hit their finishes in. We've seen the Big Show hit the choke slam. And hang on, Titus O'Neil, here we go, hot tag. Here comes Darren Young. Oh no, Big Show ducks underneath. And here comes the Big Show. Oh, a power slam from Darren Young, showing his strength. Mysterio hasn't been tagged in this match for a while. Big Show could be in a bit of trouble here. He's taking a bit of damage. 2, and a kick out at 2 from the Big Show. So Young and Titus need to keep Big Show isolated in that corner to try and stay alive. Oh, a thump to the eye from Darren Young. Bit of a cheap move there. Come on. And just taking down the Big Show. Darren Young in full control. We're going to see a submission hold. Yes. But Mysterio's coming. Titus O'Neil's coming. Mysterio couldn't break it up. He tried. But Darren Young lets go of the hold anyway. Just wanted to do a little bit of damage. He knew that wasn't going to put the Big Show away. Just wanted to damage the arm and reply that the crossface hold on Big Show's face, obviously. So Big Show, he does get the tag. He runs to the corner. He had a break in the action for a second there. In comes Mysterio. Down goes Titus. Mysterio, he's flying. Here we go. Oh, but Darren Young just slams him to the mat, just drilling him into that mat and halting all momentum. But hang on, Mysterio back to his feet. And Darren Young a flying forearm. So Mysterio's trying to fight, trying to build some momentum. And here goes that submission hold again. And he's working away on Mysterio. Big Show coming in though. Titus O'Neil's got him busy. And oh, a belly to belly slam. Titus O'Neil, he's down, but Big Show goes to the apron. The submission hold was ineffective. Didn't find the victory. But Mysterio, shoulders down. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, Young kicks out. A counter. 2. Mysterio counters. 2. And he releases the hold. I thought we were going to keep going for a while there. So a couple of close falls there. It could be anyone's game right now as an arm drag takes down Young. Oh, a flying kick. And here goes Mysterio. He's flying. Oh, he went for the senton. 2, and he kicks out at 2. So Darren Young, he's doing well. He's staying alive. Mysterio's giving him everything he can possibly throw at him. He's throwing everything but the kitchen sink at Darren Young. Shoulders down. Here's some trouble. 2, Big Show's coming. Didn't matter. Here's a counter. 2, and Titus O'Neil, he breaks that one up. So, of course, they have to try and take out both members of each tag team to try and find the pinfall here. And Mysterio was going to probably try and put Young in the corner to take him out, but Young successfully gets out of that corner and hits Mysterio with that neck breaker. Here's a cover. And Big Show breaks it up. I thought for a moment that could have put Mysterio away. Titus O'Neil, you can see he's walking around a bit slower. Mysterio, I tell you what, he's hanging in there. He's certainly trying to quicken this pace. He's trying everything he can possibly do. And here's a crossface there. Just Darren Young just trying to submit, make Mysterio tap out. Not a bad strategy. As a counter there from Mysterio. I think Darren Young was looking to put him away there. And off the top, but Darren Young counters again. And now Mysterio's in that corner. Oh, what a great slam. Shoulders are still down though. Big Show's coming. Oh, he breaks it up. And this is a tight match. Mysterio's in trouble. No, he countered. We've seen this before. Is he going to get it? Yes, 619. 619 by Mysterio. Here we go. Drop the dime. Cover. Titus is there though. And he breaks up the count at 1. I thought that would be it for sure. Darren Young was doing everything he can possibly do to put Mysterio away. Mysterio hitting the 619. And another Close fall there as a kick out at 2. Mysterio, what's this? Hang on. Oh, yes! Here we go. The Titus O'Neil is there again. Mysterio pulling out all the tricks of the trade right now. An arm drag takes down Darren Young. He's going to go flying again. Oh, but again, he's tried this many times, but Darren Young keeps reversing, keeps getting out of the way. A leg drop. This could put Mysterio away. Big Show's coming. 2. Oh, no. Mysterio kicks out at 2.5. Big Show was coming, but I think Big Show would have been too slow. But lucky for him, Rey Mysterio managed to kick out on his own accord there. And just stomping Darren Young. Man, this is a close battle. This is anyone's match right now. Darren Young's looked the goods. Mysterio's looked the goods. Shoulders down. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2. And Titus O'Neil comes out of nowhere again to break that one up. I think Darren Young needs to get a tag. Mysterio's looked too dangerous. Oh, a bulldog. A flying bulldog. How good is Rey Mysterio going right now? I tell you what. We could have new tag team champions, but a Russian leg sweep. That has halted Rey Mysterio's momentum. Titus needs to get in this match. Darren Young realized it, but he didn't go for the tag. I thought he was going to tag him for sure. Here we go. Now he gets the tag. Here comes the big man, Titus O'Neil. And a collar and elbow. And that's never going to go well for Rey Mysterio against Titus O'Neil, one of the stronger men in the WWE right now. And he slams Mysterio to the mat, going for a cover. 1, 2. Mysterio kicks out at 2. Titus is going to have to do a little bit more than that. I can tell you what, if it's that Clash of the Titus, that could be it. We saw Titus hit the Clash of the Titus against the Big Show early in the match. But of course, in the Steel Cage match at Extreme Rules, Titus hit the same move, and that was enough to put the Big Show down and out. Enough time for Titus to escape the cage. There's another close fall at 2. Mysterio now trying to get the offense back on Titus O'Neil. It's always difficult trying to contend with a fresh man. You know, you work down Darren Young for so long. Now all of a sudden you have to try and take down Titus O'Neil. It's not easy. Oh, that was a very close count as well. Big Show was a bit too slow. Uh-oh! Are we going to see it again? Here we go. Mysterio, 6, 1, 9. Drop the dime. Yes! A splash off the top of the rope. 2, 3. That is it. Rey Mysterio and the Big Show have won. Darren Young too slow to beat the count. Titus O'Neil couldn't kick out. And we have new World Tag Team Champions. So Primetime Players have done it again. Their first title defense was a failure. And Rey Mysterio and the Big Show win their first Tag Team Gold. This is the Big Show's second championship win here in Universe Mode. Of course, a former World Heavyweight Champion. But this is Rey Mysterio's first title victory here in Universe Mode. So congratulations to this team. In the coming weeks, we'll find out what their tag team name will be. We're going to do a poll up on the BrendenPlayz website. And that poll may be out after Payback. I'll probably do it pretty soon. So make sure you vote for what their tag team name should be. Now we'll move on to the rest of the card for today's show. So the kickoff show is done and dusted. We're going to kick off, we're going to start Payback with Aksana versus Paige. The WWE Divas Championship is on the line. So that should be one hell of a match. And Paige is on a roll at the moment. I think she's won 5 in a row. So can her winning streak continue all the way through Payback? And can she walk out as the Divas Champion? I tell you what, Aksana's going to have to earn her paycheck today. She has her work cut out for her against Paige in this match. So that's going to be, like I said, one hell of a fight. So next up, we're going to have the Intercontinental Championship matchup. It's going to be Mark Henry versus CM Punk. Mark Henry, the only man that has held 2 separate singles championship gold here in Universe Mode. He's a former World Heavyweight Champion, and as well as that, he is he's now the Intercontinental Champion, I should say. And CM Punk, he could be the second man to actually earn that right, because he's a former WWE Champion. If he beats Mark Henry, he will in fact be a WWE and Intercontinental Champion. After that, we have the WWE Tag Team Championships. They are on the line. Chris Jericho and Christian, the Charisma Code, will take on the new team of the Celtic Thunder, Sheamus and Rob Van Dam. So the Charisma Code versus the Celtic Thunder. The WWE United States Championship is on the line. It's a fatal 4-way match. Langston, Ziggler, Rollins, and Cesaro. Some bitter rivalries amongst these 4 men. And one man in Seth Rollins looking to make a name for himself singles-wise. That should be good. WWE title on the line. Randy Orton looks to take down the Authority one more time. And the new guy, the new Authority's man, Ryback, the big guy versus the Viper. The World Heavyweight Championship will be contested. It is John Cena versus The Undertaker versus Batista. Now that is going to be one hell of a match. I tell you what, 3 legends in one fight. Triple threat. And our main event, 2 bitter rivals. Brock Lesnar, the former WWE Champion, the former Authorities Champion, the former face of the company, taking on the boss, Triple H. It is the Beast versus the Boss.
And now, WWE presents
Retribution, Justice,
Payback.
And here we go. We have the Divas Championship on the line. Here comes the Divas Champion, Aksana. She defends her championship against the up-and-coming Paige. And Aksana, without a doubt, being one of the better divas here in the Divas division over the past year in Universe Mode. And Paige, well, she's been around and about, but hasn't exactly made a name for herself yet. But tonight, she takes on Aksana, and this is her opportunity to solidify herself as one of the top divas in the division. Aksana, of course, won the championship at Extreme Rules by defeating former champion Naomi. And Aksana was the Divas champion for a few months there. I think she had a 5-week title reign from Elimination Chamber up till the week after WrestleMania. The night after WrestleMania, I should say. And of course, Naomi beat her then, but Aksana got the title back at Extreme Rules. She's now a 2-time champion here in Universe Mode. And here comes Paige. So this is a big moment for Paige. Can she get it done tonight? This is her one and only shot at the Divas title. She's never had an opportunity before this. So, will we see Paige walk out as the champion? I'm excited. I think this is going to be one hell of a fight. And it's good to see someone different trying to take some championship gold here in Universe Mode. There is Paige. Looking good. And we kick this match off. Here we go. Aksana and Paige. Divas title on the line. And I'm excited for this one. We haven't seen a lot of Divas action, but we've seen Paige just emerge really from out of nowhere, wasn't it? You know, we put her in a couple matches and she just started winning. You know, I think the first match she won was a Fatal 4-Way match, and then I believe she won a Triple Threat match after that. And I think that was, you know, on Raw. This is all in like a span of 2 weeks. I think on Raw it was a Fatal 4-Way, and then on Main Event it was a Triple Threat. And then she had a one-on-one match against Aksana. She won all 3 of them, and I believe she beat Naomi one-on-one, and then she beat Cameron one-on-one as well. So 5 wins in a row. Heading in towards Payback, you could not ask for a better run of momentum from our contender here today. Whereas Aksana, she's been up and down. I believe she lost against Natalya on Smackdown on the last episode of Universe Mode. So Aksana's coming into this pay-per-view with a loss next to her name. She's probably feeling a bit threatened. She probably feels as though her championship is in huge jeopardy today. Paige is on a roll. She's looking to make it 6 in a row and also get championship gold around her waist. So there is no better contender right now in the Divas division other than Paige. And she deserves her spot here. And you could argue that this should probably be a triple threat matchup. Naomi didn't get her title match clause, you know, her rematch clause, after losing at Extreme Rules. But I tell you what, I don't think she really deserved it. I thought Paige, she's been the best diva right now. And I think she deserves the opportunity instead of Naomi. And Naomi and Paige competed in a number 1 contenders match, like I said earlier, and Paige won. So in my opinion, the rightful contender right now is Paige, and that's why she's here at Payback, taking on Aksana one-on-one for the Divas title. And Aksana, was a pretty even bout right now, as Aksana sent to the mat down by Paige, and she counters Paige with a kick right to the skull, but Paige does it again, a drop toe hold, taking down Aksana one more time, does it again, so 3 times the charm for Paige there. But Aksana, the champion, she knows how to do this. She's had the experience. She knows what it takes to win the big match. She takes down Paige and does it again, this time with a DDT. A big-time DDT. And a collar and elbow tie-up now. And Paige winning that little battle there. So Paige looking good so far. And what she got planned here? Oh, an elbow drop right to the heart of Aksana. And Paige, she's got, like I said, all the momentum behind her. She's inexperienced. She hasn't had the success over the course of the Universe Mode series, but you know, that doesn't really matter. You know, if you're on a roll, you're on a roll, and that's exactly what she is on right now. She's heading into Payback with a ton of momentum, and it's hard to stop that momentum, but if anyone can do it, it is the Divas champion, Aksana. She knows how to win the big matches, and Aksana, she knows what it's like to be on a roll, but not quite win the Divas title. She was on a huge... she was winning match after match after match for a long time there, just flying on the radar, but winning and winning and winning, and eventually she got her opportunity, and then she made the most of it. So Paige is in a similar circumstance right now. You know, she's been winning and winning, she's flying on the radar, and all of a sudden she's now at the top, and this could be her one and only chance, though, to win the Divas title. So she has to make it count. She pushes down Paige, now working away on the leg, of Aksana, not Paige, and another elbow drop. Goes for the cover this time, though, but a kick out at 1. So this is a close battle. I think Paige has got the upper hand, though, but Aksana trying to get herself back in this matchup. And hang on. We have Aksana throwing Paige into the ropes, but Paige counters with an elbow to the skull of Aksana. What's this? Uh-oh. Oh! The suplex. The foot was near the rope, but didn't quite get to the ropes. I thought it was going to be a rope break, but it wasn't. Hang on. Paige Turner! Uh-oh. This could be it. We have a new Divas champion. 2, 3. Yes! New Divas champion. Paige has done it again. 6 in a row. She is the new Divas champion. Aksana loses the title again in quick fashion, so Aksana can't hold that title for a long time. Paige has done it. New Divas champion. And unfortunately for Aksana, she's lost her title again. But this time it was in a fair fashion. 1-on-1. The better Diva won tonight. Well done to Paige. Well, what a victory. New Divas champion. But I can't say I'm surprised, though. She had all the momentum, 5 in a row, like I said, and she just continued to ride that momentum into this match. It was a close contest, but in the end, Paige hit that big suplex. Aksana just finished the kick out, and she followed it up with a Paige Turner. That was it. Not going to kick out of that one. So, new Divas champion. Her name is Paige. Big, big victory. Now it's time for us to move on to our next matchup, but first, here's a quick word from CM Punk. Yes, I'm here with CM Punk. Now tonight, Punk, you take on Mark Henry for the Intercontinental Championship. Is this the night where you turn it all around and revive your career by winning championship gold? Listen, they call me the best in the world for a reason. I am the best in the world, and I know I haven't had the best track record in recent months, but I have been proving myself week in and week out that I still am the best. And tonight, against Mark Henry, I will win that Intercontinental Championship. I am a former WWE champion here in Universe Mode. I know what it takes to win big matches. And here tonight, at Payback, I'm going to win another big match. And I'm going to solidify myself as one of the greatest superstars here in Universe Mode by being the only man to win the WWE Championship and the Intercontinental Championship. I am the best in the world. I don't have to prove that to anybody because everyone already knows that I am the best. But Mark Henry, tonight, I'm going to show you in the middle of the ring why they do call me the best. So CM Punk has a strong message towards Mark Henry right now. Here comes the champion, the Intercontinental champion. Here is Mark Henry. So Punk thinks that tonight is his night. He's going to turn it all around. He's going to win the IC title away from the world's strongest man. He's going to try and beat this man and turn it all around. It's been a rough number of months for CM Punk, that is for sure. And really, it all kind of turned around, like all kind of started when he lost the WWE Championship. I know it's funny that he mentioned that. You know, he lost the title at Extreme Rules last year, but never really kind of came back from that. He had a couple big victories to get himself back in the hunt. I mean, you know, he was in the title picture against Cena for a little bit as well. He was in the title picture when Lesnar was the champion. But other than that, hasn't really surmounted to anything else. He just hasn't really done much. Now he's here on Smackdown. He's had a fresh start. He was a part of the fatal 4-way match at Extreme Rules for the World Heavyweight Championship. Unsuccessful on that night. Wasn't pinned, wasn't submitted. Just didn't happen to grab the title from the ladder. So, you know, he's looked pretty good. I mean, he beat Mark Henry a couple of weeks ago to get himself in this match. He beat Kofi Kingston as well. He did lose to Wade Barrett on SmackDown recently, but I don't think that's going to halt him too much. And for all you Punk fans, hopefully he does turn it all around tonight by winning the Intercontinental Championship. Mark Henry, of course, boasting about it, saying he's the only man to have won the world title and the IC title. That is true. Of course, Cena is the only man to hold the WWE and world title. Punk's looking to be the only man to become the WWE and the Intercontinental Champion. So, a few guys are starting to rack up the title victories from several different titles. So, will Punk add himself to that list here tonight? Of course, you want to see all the title changes and in the history of the title victories. You can go ahead and do that. It will be up on my website, BrendenPlayz.com. There's all the Universe Mode title history up there, thanks to Smith. He knows who he is, who made that for me. And it's on my forums as well. So if you're interested in seeing who's been the champions over the course of the year and a bit in Universe Mode, it's up on the website. So I also got a request to put the full roster up. So if you want to see the roster, the Raw and SmackDown rosters, I'm going to put them up after Payback as well. So a few extra things, a few extra goodies going up on the website for you guys to check out. And I'm going to try to look for some more ways to, I guess, put a bit more content on the website as well. So stay tuned for that. It's kind of difficult because I'm like a one-man team, and there's a lot of these things that, you know, I do create that, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7 people would be doing, like the match promos, the promo videos, the videos itself. It's pretty crazy. I'm trying to do all this just by myself, but hey, it's worth it. And try and improve the quality of the show as Punk hits a quality neckbreaker there on Mark Henry. And now he's pounding away with those elbows into that shoulder of Henry. So Mark Henry, he has been looking pretty good. He knocked off Wade Barrett, got rid of Wade Barrett out of the title picture at WrestleMania and Extreme Rules. And that's one difficult thing to do because Wade Barrett has been one of the top guys here on SmackDown for the longest time. And Henry managed to put him away, and I guess he's put him out of the title picture for good. Barrett's trying to crack himself into that world title picture, though. So Punk losing to Barrett, I don't think it's going to really hurt Punk too much. And I think he knows Wade Barrett is just such on a roll right now. He's just so good right now. And it's probably expected that anybody that comes up against Wade Barrett will lose. And Punk's beaten Henry before, and like I said earlier, he beat Kofi Kingston as well. So he has got a couple of big victories next to his name, heading in towards Payback to get himself on a roll for the title match. I think he may have beat Bray Wyatt as well, as I think he did. That may have been Wade Barrett, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure he faced Wade Barrett at one point. Bray Wyatt at one point, sorry. And Henry sent into the corner, Punk following it up. What's he going to do? Oh, a high knee and the Bulldog. So great sequence there for Punk. He's heating up. Here we go with the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Mark Henry powering out with authority there. And oh, what a strike. Taking down CM Punk towards that top right-hand corner there. But Punk, he battles back. And what's he going to try and do here? He's going over the top rope. Henry's coming. Punk kicks him away. Oh, Henry catches him. Henry catches him. Oh, I thought he was going to hit the world's strongest slam, but instead went for the backbreaker. Just as effective, though. I thought for a moment Henry was going to catch him and put him away. Oh, and face buster there. Sorry, Bulldog there. He takes down, just slamming Henry's head into the mat. You can see the GTS already. Are we going to see it? Yes, GTS, go to sleep. Henry has been put away. 2, new champion. No, he kicks out at 2. Mark Henry finding the strength, the willpower, the determination to kick out at 2. I don't know how he did it. That's just how much the IC title means to Mark Henry. He does not want to give it up that easy. He wants to continue to take the pain from Punk, who's all over Henry right now, dominating this match. Wow. I thought for a moment we're going to have a new champ. We didn't, though. There's a Russian leg sweep. Down goes Henry. And tell you what, Punk is on a roll today. He's fired up. He's saying that he needs to prove Not that he doesn't have to prove to anyone that he's the best in the world, but he's going to prove it to Mark Henry tonight. You know, Punk still believes that he is the best, so I guess a bit of confidence doesn't always hurt. So he's certainly fired up tonight, and he just wants to turn it all around. I think one big victory here against Mark Henry may just do that for Punk. And Henry trying to continue this momentum here. Punk, went for a drop kick. Didn't quite get there. And Mark Henry, this time the kick to the side of the head of Mark Henry. CM Punk in firm control. Now he's got a submission hold applied. He's working on the throat of Henry. And Henry taps! Mark Henry taps! We have a new Intercontinental Champion. Mark Henry has tapped out to CM Punk. Well, he had that submission hold applied to the throat of Henry. And Henry had enough. He didn't want to take any more pain. And I tell you what, it didn't matter, because CM Punk was completely dominating Mark Henry. What a statement from Punk here tonight. Look at this GTS on the 400-pound Mark Henry. I forgot to even mention that. That's an impressive feat in itself, picking Henry up. Somehow Henry powered out at 2 of the GTS, but the submission hold, as you can see right there, choking Henry out. And he had no choice. He had to tap, working away on that throat and on that neck as well. So CM Punk has won his first title since the beginning of Universe Mode. This is the first time CM Punk has been a champion since Extreme Rules. And he is now the Intercontinental Champion for the first time in his career. And Mark Henry has lost the title. Wow. CM Punk has done it. His career revival has come full circle with the title around his waist. Well done, CM Punk. Now we'll move on, though, to our next matchup. Congratulations, CM Punk. Alright, it's time for our WWE Tag Team Championship match. We saw the World Tag Team titles defended earlier. It's now time for our other tag team match here on Payback. So we have the Charisma Code coming up against the Celtic Thunder. And the Charisma Code just have a bad attitude. They don't want to be here on Raw. And pretty much said their sole purpose here on Raw is to take over. They don't want the likes of Sheamus and Rob Van Dam to be tag team champions, and they perhaps want to be the WWE and United States champion as well. They just want to take over the show. And so far, so good. I mean, they've got the WWE tag team titles around their waist so far. And they're tough opponents, to tell you that. They've been certainly very difficult to contend with. And I know that the tag team division here on Raw is suffering a little bit. So them being tag team champions is pretty easy, pretty cruisy right now. But with the Celtic Thunder now have just emerged, things could become a little bit more difficult for the Charisma Code. So Jericho, his ego is still that big that he wants his own entrance still. Same with Christian. They want to enter the ring at their own separate times. And I'm not surprised, really. You know, they are very egotistical. And it's hard to believe these guys think they run the show. You know, Christian's still dirty that he was traded from, drafted from Smackdown to Raw. You know, he felt as though he had this big push lined up for him. He's going to become the next world champion or whatever. And it didn't work out. And he's still dirty at his former friend Edge, the now GM of Smackdown, for letting him go. But he certainly made the most of it since being here on Raw. You know, became the tag team champion very quickly. And he's still the tag team champion right now with Chris Jericho, who I don't know if they're friends or they're just on the same page, or they just have the same agenda. I'm not sure. But I know this man Sheamus is ready for a fight, and he is now part of the new tag team, the Celtic Thunder, which just emerged a few weeks ago. And their first match was, funny enough, against the Charisma Code, and they lost. So will that be a repeat of tonight? We'll have to wait and see. They had to beat Truth and Consequences to get themselves in this match, and they did so successfully. They managed to beat Truth and Consequences on Raw and, well, kind of just re-establish themselves as a potential threat for the tag team titles. And here comes Sheamus' partner. It is Rob Van Dam. So I really like the pairing of these two because the US title and the WWE title picture is really chock-a-block right now. So guys like Sheamus, guys like RVD just don't really have a place in the singles division right now. So both of them have decided to join up and try to win themselves some tag team gold. So still keep themselves relevant, still keep themselves on the card, and perhaps keep themselves as champions. Sheamus is a former world heavyweight champion here on Universe Mode, so you can't count him out, that's for sure. RVD though, he is currently titleless. He hasn't won a championship here in Universe Mode just quite yet. But that could all change right here, right now, as the tag team titles are on the line. As you can see, the referee holding the titles up, showing them to the Charisma Code and the Celtic Thunder. Thank you very much for those of you who have sent in names for RVD and Sheamus, and also even before that, we had a lot of names sent in for the Charisma Code. So thank you all for helping me choose these tag team names. I know they can be pretty difficult to come up with, and someone like me who's very uncreative. I don't know, what would I have called them? I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you a name off the top of the head what I would have called them. But Celtic Thunder, as soon as I saw that one, I think that might have been the only one I actually saw. The only tag team suggestion I saw. And as soon as I saw that, I said, yep, that's the one. So that just kind of happens, you know. You see that one name and you go, yep, that is the one. That's what I like. And I really like the Charisma Code as well. So you guys are really, really good at picking some tag team names for me. So kudos to you guys. And I'm going to have to ask for you guys one more time to get me some names for the Big Show Mysterio. I'm going to go ahead and pick out all the best ones that you guys have been leaving me over the past number of weeks. Put them up on a poll on the website. I'll tell you guys when that's up on my Twitter. Of course, my Twitter is BrendenPlayz. Follow me on Twitter, man. I've only got 500 followers, baby. There's 11,000 of you subscribed to the channel. I'm sure at least 25% of you have Twitter. So get on the Twitter, get on that Twitter machine, and follow me at BrendenPlayz. And I'll let you guys all know when the poll is up and running, so you guys can vote on what the tag team name should be. But anyways, we're talking about the WWE Tag Team Championship right now. Charisma Code, of course, beat probably the best tag team we've ever had here in Universe Mode in The Shield. And they won the titles at Extreme Rules. So it's been all good from there for these two guys. And here we go, Christian trying to battle away here with Sheamus. And, you know, the Charisma Code, I think, are going to be one of the top tier tag teams for a long time. Obviously, you beat The Shield on your first opportunity for the tag team gold. That's a big, big accomplishment. And obviously, Christian and Chris Jericho, they've been a tag team before in the past. They know what it's like to be tag team champions, and they know what it's like and what it takes to be a tag team champion. As well as that, they know what it takes to be a world champion. So they've got all the experience. But in saying that, so there's this man, RVD, and as well as that, Sheamus as well. He's certainly accomplished a lot on Universe alone, let alone his whole entire career. So two very experienced tag teams, two tag teams that know what it's all about. And, oh, a neck breaker there, down goes RVD. And you could argue that Raw's tag team division is certainly lacking right now, but you add in the Celtic Thunder, things are certainly heating up. So if you guys have any suggestions on any tag teams you would like to see paired up, any realistic tag teams, not tag teams like, I don't know, Shawn Michaels and the Andre the Giant, for example. Some realistic tag teams, let me know in the comment section down below, and we'll see if we can work it out. And, you know, some guys that, like, I did team up Sheamus and RVD, but now RVD on real life WWE has moved away. So, and, you know, same with Big Show. He was teaming with Rey Mysterio for a little bit there when he was back in action, and Mysterio got injured again, I think, and then now it's Big Show and Mark Henry. But, you know, Mark Henry's obviously a singles guy right now. But he did lose the Intercontinental Championship, so perhaps we may see Big Show and Mark Henry team up. But hey, Rey Mysterio and Big Show tag team champions right now, so probably not for a while. But yeah, so if there's any realistic tag teams that you can see happening in the real world, and you'd like to see here in Universe Mode, let me know. As double tag, here comes Jericho, here comes Sheamus. Jericho running over to Sheamus. Here we go. Yes, neck breaker there. Down goes Sheamus. So Jericho getting the control back in the favor of the Charisma Code. Sheamus feeling the effects right now. And Sheamus about to be whipped into the corner. So I'm going to answer the question again. So if you guys don't know, yes, I will be continuing the series onto the new game, WWE 2k14. I plan on getting to Money in the Bank. I think I'm going to cut it at Money in the Bank regardless if I get further on. The 3-week delay, there's a 2 count there, has certainly helped me and give me a little bit of extra time to get a few more Universe Mode episodes out. So we have one more pay-per-view coming up next, and that is going to be, I have no idea. I mean, that's where Battleground is in the real world. Will we see Battleground? Maybe. Maybe we'll probably bring in something else. I'm not sure. But after Battleground is then Money in the Bank. So we have 2 pay-per-views to go until the new game drops. The new game drops in, what, just a tick under 2 months. So I'm pretty sure we'll get there. A pay-per-view a month. We'll get there, guys. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to the new game. And I will be transferring everything over from this game over to the new one. Obviously, if some people did make the cut on the new game, they won't make the cut on my Universe Mode unless we bring them in later on as creator wrestlers. But for now, whoever's on the roster will be in the Universe Mode series for the opening kind of few weeks at least. Just so that'll be who you expect to see in Universe Mode. And like I said earlier, if you want to know who's on the roster right now, I will be putting them up on my website in the coming weeks. And make sure you go on the website as well and follow the fantasy results. We've been doing WWE 2k14 Universe Mode Fantasy, which has worked out really, really well. I will be taking sign-ups for WWE 2k15 Fantasy very soon. So maybe sometime in October, I think we'll be doing that. And also, if you didn't watch my Let's Talk Tuesdays video the other day, I also mentioned that I won't be getting the new game, 2k15, on the PS3. So when it drops on the PS4, that's when Universe Mode will start to begin again. So RVD back in control, back to this match now anyway. So here's a cover, Charisma Code in a bit of trouble, 2 count. Chris Jericho comes in to break the count. So RVD, Irish whips Christian into the corner. Hang on. Oh, a big kick to Christian. A little bit of a back kick there. RVD, could he go flying? No, Sheamus has got Christian. And here we go. Oh, a headbutt there. Taking a page, I guess, out of Sheamus' book. RVD, something Sheamus would probably do. Big headbutt. The brawler likes to be very physical in the ring. RVD likes to fly. And Jericho now, he's in this ring. We have Christian and Jericho, 2 technically savvy superstars. And RVD, like I said, likes to fly. Wants to, quicken the pace up a little bit. Maybe he can get a little bit extreme. Probably won't be able to in this match, though. And Sheamus just loves to brawl. He loves to fight. So, Jericho working away on the elbow of RVD. So, RVD and Sheamus so far looking pretty good as a tag team. Hang on, we got the Walls of Jericho. Is he going to get it in? Yes, he's got it locked in. The Walls of Jericho, but here comes Sheamus. And Christian unable to stop Sheamus. In fact, he didn't really try, did he? So, I was going to say, I'm very impressed so far from the Celtic Thunder. But Charisma Code, they're a new tag team as well. Oh, hang on! Codebreaker out of nowhere! Sheamus, he avoids the attack from Christian though. That could have saved the match. Yes, I think that has just saved the match for the Celtic Thunder. If Christian hits Sheamus there, Sheamus gets sent flying, and that is a 3 count for sure. So Sheamus has just saved the match for himself and RVD. Oh, a bro kick out of nowhere! 1, 2, 3. Wow, what a win. A bro kick absolutely out of nowhere, kicking the head off of Chris Jericho and Sheamus and RVD. The Celtic Thunder are new tag team champions. The Charisma Code have had a short title reign. Wow, that's an upset. I really thought the Charisma Code were going to bring it out here tonight and prove to the world that they deserve to be the top dogs here on Raw, and that they are, approaching singles gold as well as tag team gold, and going to be one of the top tier teams here on Raw. But hey, Celtic Thunder, there you go, big bro kick, kicking their head off Chris Jericho. Christian was nowhere to be found to save the count, and we have new tag team champions. The Charisma Code have lost their titles. Step in, the Celtic Thunder. What a victory! And this is going to change the complexity of the tag team division here on Monday nights. What a victory here at Payback. We've had some title changes already, haven't we? Hang on, every match has been a title change, hasn't it? Wow! What a start to the show. We've got plenty more to come. Up next is the US title match. But first, a quick word from Seth Rollins. Tonight, the evolution of Seth Rollins takes place right here, because I'm going to become the new United States Champion. You know, I split away from my brothers in pursuit of singles gold. And my brother, Dean Ambrose, hasn't been able to get it done. My brother, Roman Reigns, hasn't been able to get it done. But me, Seth Rollins, I am going to win championship gold right now. You see, I've always been the better member of the Shield. Everybody knows that. In fact, I've always been one of the best superstars right here on Raw. And tonight, when I win the United States Championship, I'm going to prove that to each and every one of you. You see, Big E, he thinks he's all high and mighty. He thinks he's unstoppable. But he's going to get a lesson in reality here tonight. And Ziggler and Cesaro, they're too busy and focusing on their own personal issues rather than the task at hand. But you see, me, the only thing I have eyes on is that US title. And whilst Big E thinks he's unstoppable, I know how to stop him. And Ziggler and Cesaro, you think I'm scared of you guys? Think again, because I know exactly how this match is going to pan out, and it doesn't involve any of you guys walking out as the champion. Tonight, I represent the Shield. I represent what we were and what we should have become. The most dominant stable in the history of this company, now turned the most dominant single superstars in the history of this company. Now, me, Seth Rollins, I am going to win championship gold for my brothers and represent the Shield and represent this company with respect. It is time that somebody like me, someone that everybody loves, wins championship gold and holds that title for as long as I see fit. And this is the beginning of the pathway that I will take to becoming the new face of this company and the next WWE Champion and future Hall of Famer. Well, if one thing's for sure, Seth Rollins does certainly not lack confidence. He believes he's the best member of the Shield, and he's out to prove it tonight as he takes on Big E, Ziggler, and Cesaro. This is a fatal four-way match. The US title is on the line. This is the champion, Big E. And wow, what a title reign he has had. I tell you what, he's been tough to handle. I think he's held the championship since TLC. So what are we now? We're in May, so he's had a 6-month title reign thereabouts. So that's mighty impressive from Big E. And he looks to continue that good run of form heading out of Payback tonight. But this is going to be arguably his biggest challenge yet. Well, actually, maybe not. But thinking about it, you look back at Big E, he's had some tough challenges against Bray Wyatt. He defended his title in a 6-man battle royal at WrestleMania. That was the one I was thinking of. So Big E may be well accustomed to this type of challenge, but still, you got three other really great competitors, all on fire right now. I mean, Seth Rollins, he's had a bit hot and cold. Ziggler the same, Cesaro as well. But one thing's for sure, they all deserve to be here. They're all going back and forth amongst each other, trading wins back and forth. But they all deserve to be the contenders for the US title. There's that many good contenders for the US title right now. A singles match just doesn't work. We need more than that. So here comes Ziggler, and he's looking to win his first title here in Universe Mode. Jeez, he's had a few opportunities. And you have to go back to Extreme Rules, where it was Ziggler versus Big E one-on-one with Cesaro, the special guest referee. Cesaro evidently screwed Dolph Ziggler from the count, which started this whole rivalry between Ziggler and Cesaro. Ziggler arguably wasn't going to win because Big E just hit the big ending, but it was a fast count. 1, 2, 3. Very quickly from this man, Cesaro, to make sure that Big E won the match because Cesaro was furious that Ziggler managed to defeat him in a number 1 contenders match. Evidently, Cesaro didn't get the opportunity for the US title, which he felt as though he deserved. But hey, it's all going ahead here tonight. We have Cesaro in the match. He's no longer the special guest referee. He's competing tonight. He's facing Ziggler, his arch rival, the man who he wants to defeat for the US title, Big E, and I guess the wild card in this situation, Seth Rollins, who we heard from a moment ago. Seth Rollins breaking away from arguably the best tag team here in Universe Mode, as we've touched on many a time here tonight, the Shield. He's broken away from the Shield. Now he's looking to make a name for himself as a singles competitor. And he said before, Dean Ambrose, he's had countless times to be US champion or WWE champion, countless times to be a successful singles competitor. He hasn't done it. Roman Reigns split the same time as Seth Rollins, and arguably hasn't set the world on fire either. Now, Seth Rollins feels as though he's the better member of the Shield and can make a very successful singles career, and by winning the US title tonight, it's the stepping stone that he may need to bigger and better things, aka the WWE Championship. All four of these men are certainly great competitors, but it's hard to go past the United States Champion Big E and his credentials he's earned. He's held the title for 6+ months. He's just dominated the WWE, and he's been on the brink of breaking through into that WWE Championship scene as well. But it feels like Big E's just quite happy being the US Champion at the moment and competing against some of these top stars because, thanks to the draft and these new abundance of superstars has entered into Monday Night Raw, Big E's kind of taken a step back, and he's had all these new guys to go ahead and challenge him for that US title. So there's still a lot of challenges and a lot for Big E to accomplish. And here tonight, he's taking on 3 men that, he has not faced before, other than Ziggler. So this is a good opportunity. Hasn't defended the title against, I should say. So at the moment, it is a pretty even game. We have Rollins and Ziggler battling it out. We have Big E and Cesaro in the other corner as well. So all 4 of these men, all 3 of these men, besides Dolph Ziggler, have won championship gold as well. So all know how to win championship gold. Ziggler the only man missing out. And Seth Rollins is pretty confident in himself. It'll be interesting to see if he can back up his words as Cesaro takes those boots to Big E. And Ziggler is down, back to his feet. Seth Rollins trying to kick. Oh no, a big time clothesline. Down goes Seth Rollins. And Ziggler, another great counter. So Ziggler heating up right now. Rollins, neckbreaker to Dolph Ziggler. And Big E with a clothesline. Standing moonsault. The action is hard to call. There's so much going on right now in this fatal 4-way matchup between 4 of the greatest up-and-coming superstars here on Monday Night Raw. Raw really is the home of all the up-and-coming superstars at the moment. SmackDown's got all the legends and established stars over there, so it's kind of been a big switcheroo, hasn't it? Raw was certainly home to all the main event guys, and now it's home to the upper mid-card, or, the up-and-rising superstars. So a big change there. Here's a cover from Cesaro, not even a count. The US Champion powering out. Oh, a knee right to the skull of Ziggler from Seth Rollins. Cesaro is in trouble. Uh-oh. Is that a submission? Yes. And, oh wait, Seth Rollins from behind, before he could even get the submission going, really, he was forced to let go. Seth Rollins broke it up. Rollins has got him in a snap suplex. Down goes Cesaro. And now it's Big E working down Ziggler. Seth Rollins working down Cesaro. We haven't seen a lot of double teaming occur just quite yet. I don't think we will. Uh-oh. Seth Rollins has got Cesaro. Oh, he just launches him into the corner. That could be enough to put Cesaro away, and he kicks out at 2 with a bit of help from Big E as well. And I thought for a moment that could have been the end of Cesaro there. Seth Rollins pulling out a great maneuver there. And, a kick to the midsection by Cesaro. Ziggler, a snapmare. And Ziggler looking good. Cesaro in a bit of trouble by Seth Rollins. Who is going to take this one out? It's anyone's game at the moment. Seth Rollins, he is feeling it at the moment. Here we go. I believe that might be called the blackout. 1, 2, 3. No, he's got it. Wait a minute. Seth Rollins has snuck in and he has won. Well, we had Ziggler and Big E. Ziggler was going for a pinfall there. He got a 2 count. And the referee started immediately counting for Cesaro and Rollins' pinfall. And Rollins has successfully pinned Cesaro. I actually thought the referee was pretty quick on that count there. So there's a kick out. We missed the end of that there. But the referee was very, very quick. I don't know if it's a quick count or not. But all I know is that Seth Rollins has done what he said he was going to do. And that's win the US title. He said tonight is the stepping stone. And this is the evolution of Seth Rollins. It's starts at the bottom, and now he's going to make his way to the top and rise in the ranks. He's a former tag team champion. He has no singles credentials next to his name, but now he does. He has the United States champion. What a victory by Seth Rollins. An upset in my mind. I would have said that he was the least likely to win this matchup, but hey, he proved me wrong, proved everyone wrong. So now it's time to move on to our next match. It's the WWE title match. My one goal in the WWE is to be the WWE champion. Triple H, you can sign Ryback to the Authority, you can bring in whoever you want to face me at Payback, but it's going to be the same story, the same outcome that has happened time and time again, and that is me with my hand raised in the air from victory. Hunter, I'm not going to stop until I take down the Authority, member by member. First it's going to be the big guy Ryback at Payback. I know that he's one big bad son of a bitch. I know he's going to be one of the toughest opponents I've ever had, and I know he's the biggest threat that WWE has to my championship belt. I know what he's done on Smackdown. I know that he held the championship for months and months and months. I know he is the self-proclaimed king of Smackdown. You know why? Because I helped him be that. I made Ryback what he was. I booked Ryback into the main event matches on Smackdown when I was the GM. I made Ryback the champion. But now it's time that Ryback gets a lesson in reality, that he's now on Raw, and now he's playing with the big boys, and that is me, Randy Orton, the Viper. Triple H, once I finish with Ryback, I'm going to get my hands on Paul Heyman, and I'm going to tear him limb by limb. And then Hunter, it's just down to me and you. Orton, you need to stop focusing on Triple H, and you need to start focusing on the big guy. Because I am the king of SmackDown, and now I'm back here on Raw to take down you and reclaim my throne as the king of Monday nights. Orton, I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here to please the crowd. I'm here to win championships, and my waist is empty right now without a championship around it. So at Payback, I'm gonna change that. And I've got all the tools in the trade to do that. Because I got Triple H, the CEO of this company. I got the Raw GM, Paul Heyman, all in my corner. Give me all the advice and help I need. The clock is ticking, Orton. Your time as WWE Champion is up. And at Payback, that title is coming back home with the Authority. At the Payback pay-per-view, the rivalry between Randy Orton and the Authority continues as Ryback represents the Authority to try and take the WWE Championship away, the Viper, and become the new King of Raw. Will Randy Orton defend his championship successfully against Ryback and slowly but surely destroy the Authority one by one? Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The WWE Championship is on the line. It is Randy Orton taking on the big guy Ryback here at Payback. So Randy Orton, the current WWE Champion, making his way to the ring right now. And it's fair to say he has been mighty impressive in his reign as champion so far. Of course, he knocked off none other than Brock Lesnar at Extreme Rules in a 2 out of 3 falls match. And he beat Lesnar at WrestleMania to win the championship. And Randy Orton is just on a bit of a mission right now, and that is to take down Triple H, and that is to take out the Authority. Orton, of course, the former member of the Authority, was the former SmackDown GM, and felt as though the Authority was just holding him back, not allowing him to get the opportunity that he deserved to be a single star and be the champion of the world. And he proved to the Authority by winning the Royal Rumble and beating Lesnar at WrestleMania that he deserves and should be the face of this company. And I tell you what, he's looking the goods at the moment. It's going to be difficult to say that Ryback can beat him, but if there's anyone that can beat Randy Orton, it is this man, the big guy Ryback. It's hard to look past him because he held the World Heavyweight Championship for many, many months, from Hell in a Cell up until WrestleMania. So very, very impressive indeed. So, I mean, Ryback, I've been very impressed, but since he's come to Raw, hasn't exactly achieved that much. He managed to defeat Daniel Bryan to be the #1 contender, and that solidified himself as the man that the Authority wants to try and use to take out Randy Orton. And you know, I think he does deserve to be the #1 contender. I think he's done enough to get himself in that spot, but you know, he certainly very risky for the Authority to be investing everything into Ryback at the moment, because I just don't see him as the big guy that he used to be, the unstoppable monster, the self-proclaimed king of SmackDown. But here we go, Orton and Ryback. This match is underway, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be one hell of a match. This is going to be a classic. So Randy Orton has a side headlock applied to Ryback and a little uppercut there to the big guy. So at the moment, Randy Orton, there you go with a Luthez Prez. So Orton and Ryback going at it here, ladies and gentlemen. And look, these two guys, they're just absolutely at the top of their game. Ryback in recent times has fallen down the ladder a little bit, but he seems as though he's recovering. And Orton has his work cut out for him here tonight. Ryback's got a lot of pressure applied to him that he has to try and represent the Authority and not only win this match for himself to be the next WWE champion, but to win this match for the Authority to win back the title for Paul Heyman and Triple H. So it's tough. It's a hard situation to be in, and I wouldn't like to be Ryback at this moment. But if he does fail, though, the question has to be asked: who's next? What's next for the Authority? You know, do they try and get someone else, bring them in to try and take out Randy Orton? Do they look to past members of the Authority? Do they look to the Shield guys? We know the Shield worked with him in the past, not so much anymore. But do we look for a Roman Reigns? Do we look for the new US champion Seth Rollins? That could be certainly a damn good option. Seth Rollins just winning tonight. I think that could be a very plausible option. Or perhaps we'll even, go to Dean Ambrose, who has been flying under the radar as of late, but he's actually started to pick up some big victories over the likes of Curtis Axel and others on main events. So Dean Ambrose could be a good option to move him up and give him the opportunity if he does deserve it. So a couple of wins there from Ambrose and against some top name stars could put him back in the title hunt. Or maybe they'll even try someone that's outside the Authority's family, like a Daniel Bryan, who's been so close on so many occasions, as Orton striking away at the skull of Ryback. Daniel Bryan's been so close on so many different occasions, but hasn't really been given the opportunity to go one-on-one with the champion just quite yet. Or what about a Kane, or an Alberto Del Rio, or a Sheamus, an RVD. Now we have Chris Jericho and Christian. They're available now that they lost the titles. So there's so many different options the Authority can take, but it's so difficult to decide who really is, to quote Triple H, best for business. So the Authority, they want someone that they believe deserves to be the champion and fits the mold as their champion, the Authority's champion. They don't want just quite anybody being the WWE champion at this point in time. And but I guess in a way they're happy with anybody just beating Randy Orton, getting that title away from Orton for the short time, so for the short term. So Ryback at the moment is in with a bit of a fight with Orton as another Thez Prez takes down Ryback again. So this is a close match at this point in time. Ryback just pushing Orton away, but Orton kicks Ryback away, back to his feet, and Ryback just sends him back down to the mat again. But Orton follows it up with another push away. Here we go, collar and elbow. It's always going to be Ryback winning that one. The stronger of the two, Ryback. And there's a scoop slam, down goes Orton. And a chop, some strikes, Orton and Ryback doing everything they can to try and get the upper hand, but it's Randy Orton with the Russian leg sweep taking down Ryback, sweeping his feet, and Ryback just steamrolls him over. And Orton, big clothesline. So back and forth match between these two at this point in time. Who is going to win this one? At the moment, I would probably say Ryback's got the upper hand in a way. I don't know. It's really 50-50 at this second, but that could change in an instant. We know Orton has the ability to hit that RKO absolutely out of nowhere. Uh-oh. Clothesline. Another clothesline. Gonna follow it up. And, oh, a power slam to Ryback. Randy Orton in control now. He's back in charge. Is he gonna look for the cover? No, he's stomping away. Stomp after stomp after stomp. Oh! Randy Orton is in control. Here we go with the cover. 1. And Ryback powers out at 1. He's not going to go down that easily. And what's Ryback got planned for Orton? Orton, he goes for a snap suplex. That could be enough to put Orton away. Here we go with the cover. Yes, he does. Here we go. 1. And Orton just powers out immediately. He's not going to go down that easily this early in the match. And Orton kicking away and all this. That boot right to the face of Ryback. And these two guys simply do not like each other. And, I don't blame them. Here we go. Orton again. And Ryback kicks out. Anyone that's... Oh, hang on. RKO out of nowhere. I said it could happen anytime. 2. No, what? What? He kicked out at 1. Ryback kicking out at 1. What a statement to make to Randy Orton. Wow, you're going to have to do more than that to put Ryback away. An RKO out of nowhere is not going to be enough. I cannot believe it. And now Ryback. He's just pounding Orton's head in the back of his neck into the mat. Oh, mate. Wow, I just can't believe Ryback kicked out at 1. 2.5, sure, but 1. Oh, man. This is anyone's game at this point. I mean, Ryback, he's going to be so hard to put away for Orton. And he's going to have to continue going at Ryback. And here we go. Luther's a press again. And, oh, there we go with the clothesline. Ryback now. Is he looking to take control of this one? A hip toss. There goes. Well, he sends him over the top. And, oh, a spine buster. Drilling his ribs and the back into the mat. His spine has been rattled. But Orton, he's going to kick out at 1. And just when you thought Ryback was going to get some momentum there, Orton immediately stops that. Because Orton knows that he's in a bit of trouble. And hang on. What's Orton going to do? Oh, crossbody, no! Ryback's got him. Oh! And the knee right into the kidneys of Randy Orton. And Ryback wants to finish this one off. Uh-oh. He's got him. Orton's in big, big, big trouble. The big guy. Shell-shocked? Yes, shell-shocked. Orton is out. We're going to have ourselves a new WWE Champion 2. No, he kicks out at 2. Randy Orton stays alive in this match somehow, some way. Both these men are not going to give up that easily. Ryback's in a bit of trouble. The submission hold applied. The knee to the back and a submission at the same time. Orton just takes down Ryback. It's just a back and forth match. Just when you thought Orton was going to get it done, Ryback powers out. And just when you think Ryback's going to get it done, Orton powers out. It's just unbelievable between these two men at this point in time. And Ryback, he's now going to go for a submission of his own. He's got his knee right to the back, to the spine of Randy Orton. And he's working away on that back. Just when he hits that shell shock, it's going to do even more damage if he can hit it again. And Orton, he tosses down Ryback. And what has Randy Orton got planned here? Oh, a bulldog. Face first into the mat. And I believe that has busted him right open. And he's going to continue to work away on that open wound. And here we go with a cover. And Ryback kicks out at 1. He gets that shoulder up. And Ryback launched into the turnbuckle quite viciously as well and follows it up with a knee. So Randy Orton is in control of this match. His back, the favor has swung back into Randy Orton's way. Oh, here we go. Taking down Ryback again. And is this enough to put Ryback away? No, he's just going to get to his feet. Ryback's not going to give him the opportunity to go for the cover. And Ryback Launched into the corner again. Uh-oh. What's going to... 1, 2, 3. Ryback counters, though. Just throws Orton halfway across the ring. Just the power and the strength of Ryback is unmatched. And now Orton, what's he got planned? And Ryback's in a lot of trouble. This is someplace you do not want to be. And Orton gets that foot into the throat of Ryback. It is all Randy Orton at this point. Here we go. This could be it. And the shoulder is up by Ryback. And Orton now takes him out. Ryback's got to get himself back in this one. He's in a world of no good. He's in a world of trouble at the moment. Inside cradle. Thought that foot was going to hit the rope. It didn't. Ryback powers out though. And oh! RKO! RKO! Ladies and gentlemen, Randy Orton will retain the WWE Championship. No! No! Ryback gets the shoulder up again. He is kicked out a second time of the RKO. Wow. A sleeper hold. Ryback's in trouble, the sleeper, and he taps. Ryback taps. Well, he couldn't handle enough after the second RKO. Randy Orton puts the sleeper hold in, and Ryback had no choice but to tap out. Randy Orton survives one more night as the WWE Champion. The Authority's new man, Ryback, fails to get it done here at Payback. But I tell you what, he was mighty impressive. 2 RKOs, kicking out of both. Not many men can do that. He took a world of pain, but the sleeper hold was enough to put him away. Ryback, hats off to you, brother, but just not quite good enough to beat the reigning defending WWE Champion Randy Orton. Once again, winning that title, well, retaining that title and proving to the world he is the best here on Monday nights. Randy Orton has done it again, ladies and gentlemen, and now it's time to move on to our World Heavyweight Championship match. John Cena, you do not belong here on Smackdown. This is my show. I should be the World Heavyweight Champion right now. At Extreme Rules, you got lucky. You managed to climb the ladder when Undertaker, CM Punk, and we were distracted outside the ring. You just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Cena, your career in Universe Mode has been nothing but embarrassing. So you getting one lucky victory at Extreme Rules does not save you from that embarrassment. At Payback, I'm going to embarrass you in front of all these kids that you like to think are your fans. And I'm going to make all those kids cry because I'm going to be holding up that World Heavyweight Championship in the air with a smile on my face. Deal with it. At Payback, my legacy is on the line. This could be my last run here in the WWE. And whilst I got the biggest win in my career for the past few years at WrestleMania against Chris Jericho, I failed to get it done at Extreme Rules, and that still pisses me off to this day. Cena, Batista, I have beaten both of you one-on-one. I am confident that I can beat you in a triple threat environment. I may be lucky to be in this match, but I know that I am the best man in this match. John Cena, your days as champion are numbered, and Batista, don't get in my way or I will make you rest in peace. The odds are stacked against me, but I am the World Heavyweight Champion for a reason. I may have my critics, I may have my doubters, but time and time again I proved them wrong. I've been in a bad run throughout Universe Mode, but at Extreme Rules I turned it all around. This is the dawning of a new era for John Cena. This is the dawning of a new beginning for me here on SmackDown. I am the World Heavyweight Champion, and I'm not gonna go down without a fight. I am taking on two of the greatest superstars in the history of the WWE, but I know I'm just as good, if not better, than Undertaker and Batista. At Payback, I'm gonna prove everybody wrong that I do deserve to be the World Heavyweight Champion, and at Extreme Rules, it was not the right time, right place. It was not a fluke. It was me, the rightful man, winning that match. And I'm going to represent the WWE Universe the way it needs to be represented. Whether you love me or you hate me, I'm going to do what is right by you and everyone else watching at home. This is my championship belt, and I'm not giving it up for anybody, whether that's the Undertaker, the man that I respect so much and the man that I've looked up to my whole career, or the Animal Batista, a man that I thought I considered a friend. And at the pay-per-view this Sunday, I am going to get my payback. Ladies and gentlemen, the champ is here. This is the World Heavyweight Championship matchup. John Cena will defend his title against the Undertaker and Batista. Here is the champ. Here comes Cena, making his way to the ring at the moment. John Cena won the title in a fatal 4-way ladder match at Extreme Rules, so a lot of people doubt his ability to defend the championship here tonight. A lot of people probably suggest that he's not going to get it done because of the fact that the way he did win it at Extreme Rules was simply right time, right place, to quote Batista. So Cena has a lot to prove here tonight. And can he beat this man, the Undertaker, arguably one of the greatest of all time? And he's also got Batista to contend with as well, one of the greatest of all time as well. Here comes the Undertaker though. His illustrious entrance. And Undertaker, he of course has been around for a while now. His big matchup, his big, I guess, comeback win was at WrestleMania when he defeated Chris Jericho. But he was a part of the Elimination Chamber. Well, he was going to be part of the Elimination Chamber match as well, sorry. But, you know, he has been around since around the Elimination Chamber time. And he was unsuccessful at Extreme Rules, so he feels as though he still has enough in the tank to have one last run as the World Champion, and he's trying to do that right here tonight. He's in one of the main events here tonight in Payback. This is probably a career-defining match for The Undertaker. Can he submit his legacy as one of the greats by winning the title one more time? But what about this man, ladies and gentlemen? Batista. And that's right, John Cena looking closely at Batista because Batista, I guess, has just gone sour. Ever since he lost the world title at Extreme Rules, he has been one pissed off man. And he's, I guess, right now he just wants to take out John Cena and get his title back. He's going to do whatever it takes. And he feels as though The Undertaker does not deserve to be in this one as well. And he's a bit dirty at The Undertaker that The Undertaker, well, is actually in this match and has made it a triple threat match. He feels as though he deserves a one-on-one singles rematch for the title. And Undertaker has squeezed his way in. He's done enough to be in this matchup because Undertaker did beat John Cena and Batista. And I think the matter of, 2-3 weeks or something like that. So Undertaker deserves to be here. And I would say Undertaker's the favorite. You know, beating John Cena and beating Batista in one-on-one fashion. No BS, no nothing. Just clean. I guess Undertaker, in my opinion, would have to be the favorite in this matchup. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This match is underway. 3 of the best that SmackDown has to offer and 3 of the best that the WWE has to offer in the one match, all contesting for this World Heavyweight Championship. And it will be interesting to see how this one pans out. Will John Cena and The Undertaker team up to try and take out Batista? Or will Batista team up with The Undertaker to try and take out John Cena? I have no idea. Who knows? You know, Batista, I guess, was just really pissed off that he lost the title. And he started attacking John Cena after matches and trying to take Cena out, trying to get the upper hand on John Cena in the weeks building up to Payback. Batista knew he was getting a title match, but we had the likes of Wade Barrett and The Undertaker both just winning and winning and winning, doing everything they can possibly do to get themselves in the title contention. Wade Barrett had the opportunity to face John Cena to be in this match to make it a fatal 4-way. John Cena defeated Wade Barrett, and of course The Undertaker beat Batista to earn his way into this matchup. So Undertaker's in this match very fairly, and Batista had the opportunity to stop Undertaker from being in this one, but Batista lost. And there's a bit of teamwork, a double choke slam taking down Cena, but Cena straight back to his feet and ready to take a bit more damage from these guys. And he's going to deliver it again. Batista and the Undertaker, another double choke slam. Down goes Cena, but straight away back to his feet, John Cena, to his credit. He is a fighting champion, ladies and gentlemen, and he's looking to hold that title. His first title reign in Universe Mode was the WWE Championship. Of course, he held it from Extreme Rules up until SummerSlam. So Cena, well, was it? No, sorry, Money in the Bank. My apologies. So Cena, he had a pretty decent run in his first go-around, but ever since he lost the title at the WWE Championship, his career just went from great to terrible. He just went on a massive losing streak, losing to everybody, really. And there was, I think it must be like a 2-month period where John Cena did not win a match. He just could not buy a match. And, you know, he fell away, man. He fell right down to the bottom of the card. There was a point where John Cena just was not anywhere near any kind of title. A US title, WWE title, nowhere near. So Cena was just struggling to get his career back, you know, just to get his career up and running again. And I guess the change that Cena needed was a change of scenery. And moving from Monday Night Raw to Friday Night SmackDown, John Cena, the fire was just immediately lit. And he just started, it just clicked, I guess. It just started a flame that we haven't seen for a long time in John Cena. And I guess Cena felt as though, hey, this is my chance to overcome my demons, overcome all these losses I've endured over the past, 6 to 8 months. This is my opportunity to turn my career around, and he's done that very, very well. He got himself back in the title hunt at Extreme Rules, obviously, and he made it count. And he deserved to be in there. He was actually probably one of the favorites heading in towards the match in terms of how many matches he had won heading in towards Payback. He was looking the goods. But he's still looking pretty good now, though, heading in towards Payback with a couple of victories, and also he won the 6-man tag team match for John Cena, Undertaker, and Batista when they teamed up against the Wyatt family on the most recent episode of SmackDown. Cena got the pinfall victory. So John Cena is in good touch. Batista, on the other hand, not so much, but he won the title fair and square at WrestleMania against Ryback. So hang on, Batista, a counter there. Looks as though Cena and Undertaker were going to team up on Batista. Batista countered with a big-time DDT to Taker and Cena. And now Taker and Cena are going to get their revenge with a double backbreaker there. I guess you can call that move. So Batista won the title at WrestleMania. He defeated Ryback. It was a short title reign, only 4 weeks, but he had 2 title defenses, both against Ryback, very successful. So, he was a good champion. He knows what it takes to win the big match. So I wouldn't count out Batista in this triple threat either. So it really is anyone's game at this point in time. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. There's a double team on the Undertaker now, who his story really is he just wants to win the title, have one last run. And you can't blame a man for trying to do that. Oh, another DDT, double DDT now. So, who is the favorite to win? I think it's anyone's game. I think all men have a great case to state at the moment. And, if I had to pick a winner, though, I would probably say Undertaker. Because the fact that he has just beaten Cena and Batista clean one-on-one. But I've had a few minutes of this match so far, and really, we haven't had a great gauge on what's exactly how the direction of this match is heading right now. Everyone's just kind of getting a bit of offense in. We've had a few double teams as well. Cena getting taken down with a leg sweep there by Batista. And of course, there is no DQ in this match. Triple threat rules, so chairs and steel stairs and sledgehammers, tables, ladders, whatever you want to use, you can do it. If you want to grab a guitar, you can use it. If you want to grab, a can of soda, you can do that. But you can use whatever the hell you want, because there is no DQ. There's still, I believe, rope breaks and countouts and things like that. Well, it probably won't be countouts, actually. So, so at the moment, Undertaker is taking it to John Cena. And, one of the strategies you could certainly employ is doing what Batista is doing right now. Just let Undertaker deal with John Cena. Now Batista getting involved, though. If you're the third man in and there's 2 guys going at it, just take a breather. You don't have to get yourself involved. Just stand back and let those 2 guys go at it. And whilst you can, I guess, regain your breath, regain some stamina, regain a bit of energy, just recover a little bit whilst those two guys are going at it. And of course, if there's a pinfall or a submission, you're right there ready to go to break it up. So that might be one of the strategies some of these guys need to employ. Of course, that's not an easy strategy to do because, all three of these men want to get involved in the action. They want to beat up each other as much as possible. We know Batista, hang on. Batista's got Cena up. Oh, Batista bomb. And Undertaker trying to steal the pinfall. But Batista's not having any of that. And Batista's furious at the Undertaker. He tried to get a kick to the midsection, but Cena and Undertaker team up to take down Batista. And that was a thunderous Batista bomb. Maybe he broke a rib or two of John Cena. He just delivered that to perfection. And there really is no teams in this one. Everyone's just trying to take each other out as Cena counters with a double DDT of his own. And now Cena's going to the outside. And what's he going to try and introduce here? He's looking at that announce table and all three men going out there now. Batista and Undertaker, they're going at it. Cena throws Batista back in the ring. And what's Undertaker with an elbow to Batista. Hang on. Oh, vintage Undertaker with the big leg drop. Yes, Michael Cole, I got your catchphrase in. Vintage Taker with that leg drop. So Batista in a bit of trouble. Undertaker heating up here. Cena now looking to get those steel steps involved. That's never good. As Taker takes down Batista. Cena has those steps, but doesn't use them. And there's a takedown with a big clothesline from Batista. Uh-oh. Are we going to see it? Attitude adjustment. I don't think it was on the stairs, though. Cena could put Batista away. A bit of retribution for Cena from that Batista. And again, Undertaker trying to steal the pinfall. Taker being so sneaky, trying to take the pinfall away. I guess Cena's fault. He took too long to get the cover. It didn't matter anyways, because Cena was right there to break it up. But Taker, twice now, has tried to take the pinfall. And Taker hasn't really taken a big finishing maneuver of his own yet, so he's still in good condition. Whereas Cena took the Batista bomb and Batista took the attitude adjustment. Taker now in a pinning predicament. Cena breaks it up. So Undertaker just kind of picking his spots at the moment. There's a double DDT again. And maybe we'll see the big choke slam from the Undertaker or the last ride or the tombstone to put one of these guys away very, very soon. As Undertaker, belly to belly slam. Down goes Cena. Those steel steps yet to be involved. They are in the middle of that, well, towards the middle of the ring here. So if they do get involved, it is bad news for these superstars. As Batista with a pin now. Cena's there. You're never going to break anyone up. I've touched on this many, many times when we've had triple threat matches and whatnot. You're never going to win the match when the guy's standing right there. You have to take both the men out at the same time, then go for a pinfall on the man that you damaged the most. And what's this? Batista counters again. So just when you think some double team is going to happen, Batista, he stops that in an instant. Cover though. Taker's there. He breaks it up with a leg drop. Those steel steps about to be thrown out of the ring inadvertently. Is Cena in a bit of trouble at the moment. Undertaker, he's just stepping back at this point, just kind of regaining a bit of energy. And that's a good strategy, like I said. If you don't have to be involved, don't get involved. Reserve your energy for when it matters. As Cena, he takes down Batista. And he follows it up with a elbow to the leg. So now Undertaker gets himself back involved. But Batista's got the upper hand. But Taker counters. And Batista almost went face first onto those steel steps. That would not be good for Batista. In fact, that could even bust him open. As now a belly-to-belly slam. Down goes Cena. Undertaker in control of John Cena. But now Batista trying to get some control and a bit of order back in this one. And here we go. Oh! Knees right to the midsection of Undertaker. And those steps are out of the ring now. And the world title is on the line, ladies and gentlemen. This is the main event for SmackDown here tonight. And of course, coming up after this match, it is none other than Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. The Beast versus the Boss. It gets the main event spot on this pay-per-view. And, well, it's a promotional kind of match, isn't it? I guess you could say Triple H is on Raw, and Lesnar's on Smackdown. So both the brands getting involved at the end there. So it's a bit fair that that match does get the ending. So both brands getting the main event this time around. We normally see Raw getting the main event, but SmackDown's kind of turned around in recent times, getting a few more main events next to their name, especially last pay-per-view with the Extreme Rules. As Batista with a big-time spinebuster. There we go. Undertaker's going to break it up, though. So Batista, he's trying to get himself back in this match. What are we going to see here? And a double suplex by Cena and the Undertaker. Cena, he's got a bit of a personal bitter rivalry going on with Batista. And Undertaker, he just wants to be the world champion one more time. And he doesn't care who he has to go through to do it. So, right now, Batista's into trouble. In a lot of trouble. And a pinfall is a rope break, though. So, yes, there is rope breaks in this match. Tilt the world slam. And now Batista's setting up the Undertaker. Oh! John Cena almost took Batista's head off. Wow. And a Thez press. And Taker will break it up. So Batista was setting up the Undertaker, it seemed, for the Batista bomb. And hang on. No! I think he was going to try hit the Batista bomb on Cena. But Cena countered. And now maybe we'll see Cena try hit that attitude adjustment. Batista, unfortunately, couldn't quite hit his Batista bomb. And uh-oh. Oh, a DDT to the apron. That could be the end of the Undertaker. His head just went face first into the apron, and Undertaker's in trouble. Batista, he's just recovering a little bit, though. A submission hold applied. It's outside the ring, so it shouldn't matter. But Batista still feels as though he should be getting involved and trying to put a quick end to that. And Undertaker, now he meets the outside of the ring. So being outside the ring is somewhere you do not want to be. But Undertaker, well, now, hang on, Cena getting those steel steps. And oh, I think he hit both of them. So finally the steel steps have been involved in the match, and it just happened to be John Cena to do it. I'm a little surprised that Cena opting to use the steel steps, but hey, desperate times calls for desperate measures. Cena's trying to do everything he can possibly can to walk out as the World Heavyweight Champion here in this matchup. And Undertaker has got a sidewalk slam, taking down Cena to the outside, doing a little bit of extra damage as well. And now it seems as though Batista and the Undertaker just trying to take out John Cena in this match. And a submission hold applied. Undertaker's going to break it up. Like I said earlier, it doesn't really matter. It's outside the ring. It's not going to matter. And, look, Cena with another big clothesline. Undertaker just standing by. Maybe just kind of assessing the situation. Does he need to get involved? No, not really, but maybe he wants to. Cena launched back into the ring, though. Undertaker needs to get himself in there ASAP. He can't allow Batista and Cena to be alone, because that's when a pinfall will occur, or a submission, is when both the two superstars are alone. Batista launched into the ring now by the Undertaker. Hang on, Cena with the cover. Here we go. No, a kick out at one. So Undertaker almost made a brutal mistake. But luckily for him, Batista kicked out. It wasn't a big maneuver following it up. And uh-oh. Undertaker's got Batista. Here we go. Tombstone. Pile driver. Cena's there to break the pin, though. And it's a rope break anyways, so it will not matter. And John Cena and Undertaker. Well, now John Cena and Batista teaming up. That's rare to take down the Undertaker. And Undertaker sits up. But John Cena, he's ready. But Batista with a bear hug instead, stopping Cena from hitting his attitude adjustment it seemed like he was trying to set up for. And now Undertaker launched into the turnbuckle. And uh-oh. Well, Batista's gonna cop this attitude adjustment instead. It would have been the Undertaker. But Batista, he halted. A 2 count. Undertaker was a bit slow in breaking that up. Thought for a second that could have been it. Batista halted the attitude adjustment on the Undertaker using the bear hug, so Cena hits back with an attitude adjustment on Batista. And this match has been just amazing so far. I'm really enjoying this matchup. Hope you guys are too. make sure you haven't already to please like the video and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, you got to subscribe, man. And here we go with another cover. And a kick out. Well, Undertaker breaks it out. Breaks it up at 1. Cena launched over the top rope. Here we go. This is the moment. Undertaker. He slams Batista down. He's not going for a cover, though. He should have went for a cover. He had an opportunity to get a 3 count just then. And now he's going for a cover. Too little, too late. He had to go for a cover while Cena was outside the ring. And that would have been the prime opportunity to win this matchup. And now Batista and Cena battling. Undertaker joining in as well. We've seen a lot of double teams in this match, but Cena counters that double team with a DDT. And looks as though Cena might be trying to pin Batista here. Undertaker's still down, now back to his feet. And a clothesline to the back of the head of John Cena. And this is anyone's match at the moment. Who is going to walk out as the World Heavyweight Champion? A double choke slam to the Undertaker, but Taker straight back to his feet, and Cena straight back to work on the Undertaker. So, if you had to pick, I guess the Undertaker would be the key man to try and take out at this point. But Batista's taking some damage, Cena's taking some damage, so really, anyone's prime pickings at this moment. And now Undertaker and Batista teaming up with a double leg sweep on Cena. Taker breaks up that pinfall. And Cena and Batista. Cena's sent down. Batista in control. Taker's in control. And wow! What a clothesline. That almost took Cena's head off. And Undertaker going for a submission hold. That may be the way to go about it. Try and get your opponent to tap out very, very quickly, though. As, of course, as we've touched on, you have to get both the men sedated. Both men out of the picture to try and win this match. And now double knees to the midsection and double gutbuster, if you will. So Cena now with the cover. He breaks it up, and I'm talking about the Undertaker. And we saw this one earlier. Batista bomb. Batista could put Cena away, but Taker is there. All Batista had to do, throw the Undertaker over the top rope. And hang on, Undertaker, a tombstone, pretty much out of nowhere, takes down Batista. And a rope break, though, will halt the Undertaker's chances of becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. And Cena was looking by anyway, so like I said, you got to just throw one of the guys that you're not looking to pin over the top rope, get him out of the ring for a good 3 seconds, pin the other guy, and you'll win this match. So now Cena, all 3 men back to their feet now, and some more double teaming. Now it's Cena with a couple of shots to the midsection of the Undertaker, and Undertaker pushes John Cena away. More double teaming. Surprisingly, though, it's Batista and Cena. They're double teaming with a suplex there. You know, I wouldn't have picked those 2 guys to double team, but like I said earlier, desperate times calls for desperate measures. Cover, a 2 count. Undertaker, luckily, the pinfall was broken up from Batista. Did Batista just try to strike the ref? I think he may have. Taker's in big trouble. Attitude adjustment. Batista trying to go for the sneaky pinfall, though. And I'm not going to get too excited because I knew that Cena was going to break that one up. And Undertaker, just a big shoulder block taking down Batista. Cena's there as well. So, like we've touched on many times, that they've got to put both men out at the same time to win this one. And, it really has been even game, hasn't it? I mean, all 3 men have hit their finishes on various opponents. Hurricane Rana, and falls up with a pinfall. Taker gets breaks it up though. So Cena pulling out all the moves at the moment. So it really has been pretty even. I mean, everyone's kind of getting their finishing moves in. Everyone's teaming up with everyone. Everyone's taking an even amount of damage here. So it's hard to pick a winner at this point. And of course, everyone's taken enough damage where if you just hit a great move of some sorts on your opponent, you'll get the victory. There's a big bear hug. But I don't know if Batista was taken out from behind from Cena, or if he just let it go immediately. And more double teaming occurring here. So what a way to represent SmackDown here tonight. And kick out. So SmackDown's really been on the improve. I know it was for a while there looking pretty dodgy, but I think SmackDown's certainly improved. And let me know what you guys think is the #1 brand at the moment. I think I want to do a poll on that later on as well. So what is the #1 brand here in Universe Mode? Is it SmackDown or Raw? You know, I think so far from this match, it's been an absolute epic matchup. You'd have to say probably SmackDown in the lead from tonight's show. But it's always interesting now. Every pay-per-view is kind of a bit more of a SmackDown versus Raw feel, you know, with the tag team belts being split up as well. There's a lot, and you know, the only thing that's kind of keeping the two brands together is the Divas division. And you know, there's not enough room on the show to even add another Divas title in, let alone another title or anything, any of the sorts. So it's very difficult to even consider putting more titles in. But we have more action in the ring at the moment, and maybe we'll have to have a pay-per-view where we'll have both the brands battled out once or twice, and see who really is the superior brand. Maybe we'll have some of the top-tier superstars on each brand fight. That could be something we could think about. As at the moment, Cena and Undertaker, they're working away. Batista's still there. It's still close contest. Not much has changed. It's just everyone just beating up on everybody at the moment. And oh, a big spear from Batista. We haven't seen that in the match so far. Down goes Cena. And Batista, he takes down both men. This could be the moment. This could be it. But Cena's back to his feet. Batista didn't go for the cover. And uh-oh, submission. But Batista let go of the submission straight away. I don't know why he did that. I thought he was going to probably put Taker away there, but he decided to let go instantly. Not sure what his reasoning was behind that. But here we go again. Another double suplex. So, you know, who's going to win? I still feels like Undertaker's got the momentum, but he's taking a beating right now. Cena and Batista are dominating the Undertaker. I think it's got to be one of these two. And I think the referee just got taken out. So, what is going to happen now? Okay, he's back to his feet. This referee doesn't sell for 20 minutes, unfortunately. He doesn't take a punch in and he's out for the rest of the match. This one's sturdy. This one's good. This one isn't broken. But Batista may be broken with a tombstone right to the skull. One, no, a kick out, no, a rope break. And Undertaker, that's going to be his problem. He'll have to maybe try not to pin instantly, maybe hit the tombstone and adjust his opponent to where he needs to be to try and get an adequate pinfall. And now it's Taker and Cena teaming up. So Undertaker hits his best shot on Batista, unable to win this matchup. Cena's hit his best shot on everybody, unable to win this matchup. Batista's hit his best shot on everybody, unable to win this matchup. It's just, who is going to win this one? I think it's just going to be right time, right place. A bit like we saw at the Extreme Rules. Whoever managed just to get a bit of a break in the matchup where both men are down, and then one last man standing goes for a pinfall and gets lucky. That maybe just could be the way it goes about here. As Taker, he's now regaining a bit of momentum, hit that tombstone before, now he's reversing these double team attempts, reversing Cena there as well, so Taker is back in firm control, but Cena is not having any of that. Collar and elbow, and Batista the stronger of the two, no surprise there. Undertaker, he's a strong man, but Batista, his strength is very difficult to match, and here is a cover, nearly a 2 count, but doesn't really matter, just a 1. Now Undertaker and Batista now moves into Cena and Undertaker on Batista. So many double teams. I guess that is expected, though. I'm not really surprised about all these double teams so far. But I thought for a moment Cena was going to throw Undertaker over the top rope. Not to be. Take it back to his feet. Batista's back to his feet. Batista's in a world of trouble at the moment. He's holding his head. He's not looking good. Batista, he may need to just to regain a bit of his energy and refocus because he's in some trouble. And Undertaker, I think, could be looking likely to take this one out if he continues on the path that he was just doing a moment ago. You know, just taking everyone out. But it's close. It's hard to say at the moment. But down goes Batista. Batista counters though. Taker just taking a minute to get his breath back as a big spear to John Cena. Now, what are we going to see here? Batista trying to drag him in the ring. Undertaker's not allowing Batista to try and get this pinfall. And now Taker, he's going for a submission. That could be enough. No, Cena breaks it up. The submissions could be deadly here. All three of these men have taken a world of damage here. And a submission hold just might be enough to put one of these guys away. It may just be too much to take, too much to handle at this point in the match. And Taker, vintage maneuver there, taking out Cena with a flying clothesline. And hang on, thought Undertaker was going to go over the choke slam. Cena countered though, and now Batista's got Cena in trouble. Batista bomb. Down goes John Cena. Taker is there. He'll break it up. So how many times have we seen the Batista bomb? 3, 4, 5 times? Amazing, isn't it? And a leg sweep. Cena taken out. Cena's in a lot of trouble. Batista with the cover. Unable to get the pinfall. And now double choke slam. So Taker tried to get the choke slam before. This time he gets a double choke slam with Batista. And Taker was looking to cut the throat. Signal that it was all over. Batista's not having any of that. He takes out Undertaker. Hang on. Cover 2. Taker kicks out at 2. I thought for a moment because Cena was groggy. Cena didn't know where he was. That Batista was going to sneak away with a pinfall. Double DDT. Both men are down. Taker with the cover. 1, 2, 3. Yes, Taker's done it. After an absolute war. After a classic. The Undertaker sneaks away with the victory. He picked his spot. He picked his time. The damage had been done to everybody. Tombstone after tombstone, AA after AA, Batista bomb after Batista bomb. Everyone had suffered so much pain, and we've seen the Undertaker. He has prospered. He has done it. One more title reign added to his name. Is this Undertaker's one last run? We'll have to wait and see, but he's done it again. Taker is on top of the world. Taker is on the top of SmackDown. He is the World Heavyweight Champion for one more time. What a match, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be hard to top. That was epic. I loved every moment of it. And what a way to represent SmackDown. This man is the new man, the new face of SmackDown. He is the Undertaker, and he is the world champion for the first time here on Universe Mode. But now it is time to move on to our main event. It is the Beast versus the Boss. At the Payback PPV, the Beast will face the Boss. It is Brock Lesnar versus Triple H. These two men were former business associates, former friends, and two men that ruled the WWE for nearly a year. Brock Lesnar would lose the WWE Championship at WrestleMania to Triple H's bitter rival Randy Orton. Lesnar was unable to win the championship back at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view and was immediately sent to SmackDown. Triple H and Paul Heyman, the Authority, would turn their back on Brock Lesnar and send Lesnar on his way to SmackDown without any explanation, without any complaint. Triple H would immediately try and find the next man for the Authority and replace Brock Lesnar. However, unfortunately for the Authority, Brock Lesnar, the Beast, would not let this issue slide without a fight. Triple H and Paul Heyman, you think you can replace me? You think you can replace the man that won the WWE Championship and held that title for 32 weeks, represented the Authority, and was the face of the WWE? Hunter, did you really think you were going to send me to SmackDown without me putting up a fight? Without me complaining? Without me showing up to Raw to get me some of the Authority? Triple H, at Payback, it is going to be my payback. You sent me to SmackDown, you betrayed me. You kicked me out of the Authority for good? Just because I lost, 1, 2 matches?
Triple H, I gave you everything. I gave you everything for the past year. I said yes to everything you wanted me to do, and this is the way that you repay me. Brock Lesnar, I accept your challenge for Payback because that is what is best for business. Me and you, one-on-one. It's a big match. But Brock, you brought this on yourself. You are the one who lost against Orton. You are the one who made the Authority look weak. You are the one that tarnished the Authority's reputation. And now, at Payback, I'm going to finish what Randy Orton started. And once Payback is finished, I'm going to dawn the new era of the Authority and dawn the new era of the WWE. A WWE that does not feature the Beast, Brock Lesnar. Brock, this is not personal. This is just strictly business. And at Payback, what is best for business is Triple H and the Authority standing tall once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event. This is Brock Lesnar versus Triple H. Here comes the Beast. Brock Lesnar, the former WWE Champion. He has done it all in Universe Mode. Now his one and only task at hand is stopping the Boss, which is not going to be easy. Lesnar, former WWE Champion, held the title for 32 weeks. Arguably the best superstar we've ever seen here on Universe Mode. But he has to live up to that name here tonight as he tries to take down none other than the game, Triple H, the Boss. This is going to be awesome. I cannot wait for these two bulls to clash. And here comes the game. For only the third time here in Universe Mode, we are going to see Triple H in action. And he is coming back out of, I guess you could say, part-time retirement to take down the Beast, and he's looking better than ever. Here he is. Here is the Boss. Of course, his first match was teaming up with Brock Lesnar in the Survivor Series tag team matchup at the Survivor Series pay-per-view. Then he had another match after that at TLC when he faced The Rock. And we haven't seen Triple H in action since, so this is his first match for about 6 months, so what kind of impact will that have on Triple H? Will he be physically ready for this match? Has he had enough time to prepare for this match? All those questions you have to start asking, but I know this is the game. He knows what it takes to win a big match, so it wouldn't surprise me if the game gets it done again here tonight. Brock Lesnar has his work cut out for him, and we have to see this just at least once. We haven't seen it many times in Universe Mode. Here we go. I love this entrance. This is my favorite entrance. And Triple H, let's see it. Yes, I love it. The game is here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Triple H, Brock Lesnar. This match is underway. And pretty much how this one all came about. We had Brock Lesnar. He was the Authority's champion. He was, the poster boy, I guess, for the Authority. He was doing all the Authority's dirty work. He was their Beast. He was unstoppable. Held the title, the WWE title, for 32 weeks until a man named Randy Orton came along, took the title away from Lesnar. And as soon as he lost the title, Triple H and Paul Heyman lost faith in Brock Lesnar. I think it was more so Triple H losing faith in Brock Lesnar rather than Paul Heyman. But Paul Heyman doing what is right, doing what his boss wanted him to do, and went along with Triple H's decisions. So you could see it's, slowly starting to fade away, their trust and their faith in Brock Lesnar. And by the time Extreme Rules hit, Paul Heyman and Triple H, they decided to let Brock Lesnar go at it alone at Extreme Rules, and Lesnar lost again to Randy Orton, and that was the end of Lesnar because, of course, the night after WrestleMania on Monday Night Raw, Lesnar was in fact traded to SmackDown. But Lesnar had the opportunity to stay on Raw if he managed to defeat Randy Orton. It was a loser leaves the brand match, so if Lesnar won the match, he'd stay on Raw, but if he lost the match, he had to go to SmackDown. So, unfortunately for Lesnar, he lost, and away to SmackDown he went, but he decided to make a triumphant return very shortly after his SmackDown debut to Raw to get him some revenge on Triple H. He called out Triple H on SmackDown. He said he wants a match. Triple H took some time to answer, but he finally responded, and Lesnar was there, and they brawled. It was epic, and now we are ready for this matchup. So far, Triple H is looking pretty good against Brock Lesnar at this point in time, as Lesnar, well, you know Lesnar wants just to beat the hell out of Triple H. It's a no-holds-barred match, remember, ladies and gentlemen, as well, so anything goes. We could see some chairs come in. We could see some sledgehammers. Who knows? But all I know is this is going to be a fight. This is going to be a brawl. This is two men who simply do not like each other. Triple H said this is just all for business, but you know that Triple H just personally is disappointed in Brock Lesnar. He just maybe wants to teach Brock Lesnar a lesson and wants to remind Lesnar that he is the boss and he is the man and he is the game. Well, there's a low blow from Triple H. Follows it up with a DDT, so the game is in fine form at this stage of the game. And, an arm drag taking down Lesnar as well, so Triple H in firm control of this match. And Lesnar needs to get himself back in it ASAP. Maybe a little bit stunned that Triple H is doing so well, but there's a clothesline from Lesnar. He's back in it. And Triple H back to his feet. He's ready to go. And, Triple H, the leader of the authority, the CEO of the WWE, of course, the former CEO, Vince McMahon, stepping down, letting Triple H take over the reins. And Vince McMahon was, of course, part of the authority at the beginning of its early stages, but he soon moved away and let Triple H take control as the spine buster occurred. Lesnar kicked out at 2, though. And are we going to see it? The pedigree? Yeah, yes, pedigree. That is it. Lesnar is out. 2. No, he kicks out at 2. He stays alive in this match. Wow. So Triple H already hitting his best shot on Brock Lesnar, but Lesnar finding a way to stay alive and kick out, and he kicks out at 1 again. So Triple H, maybe he's a bit stunned. And Lesnar's going to try and hit these power bombs. There's 1. He's got him up again. Yes, 2. Is he going to get the 3rd in? Yes, 3. 3 power bombs to Triple H. He's close to the ropes. It doesn't matter, though. 2. No, 1 count. Triple H showing a bit of authority in this one and showing Brock Lesnar he's not to be messed with and he's not weak. Kicking out very quickly of that predicament. But a snap DDT. Quick time DDT. Here's a cover. 2. No, Triple H kicking out at 2.5. But for a second, Lesnar may have put Triple H away there. But Triple H stays alive. And we know these two men simply just don't like each other. And Lesnar wants to get a bit of revenge. Just a bit of bragging rights and just a bit of personal retribution over Triple H. I guess to prove a point, saying that you should not have let me go, you should not have sent me over to SmackDown, you should have put up a fight, you should have worked out some deals, kept me on Raw, and I still could have been your authority's champion, I still could have been in line for the WWE Championship, could have won that title back for you, but instead, they went in a new direction, and they got rid of Lesnar, they brought in Ryback to replace Lesnar, and that didn't work for them either, so Triple H is probably back to the drawing board here tonight. Maybe he feels as though, look, if I beat Lesnar here tonight, I'm going to step up and try and take on Orton. I have no idea. I don't know what Triple H is thinking right now, but maybe that is in the back of his mind. And maybe Ryback's not good enough, Lesnar's not good enough, maybe I'm good enough. As he went for the spine buster, he got stuck with a DDT though, so Lesnar scouting out his opponent perfectly. Here is the cover as well. 1, 2, and Triple H with the shoulder up at 2. And these strikes from Lesnar. Triple H countering. No, he's in a bit of trouble, Triple H. He has to get himself back in this match. Are we going to see it again? Another pedigree. 2 pedigrees by Triple H. Here we go. 2. No. He's kicked out again. Lesnar. 2 pedigrees is not enough to put him away. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. How does he find the way? How does he do it? Lesnar is so difficult to beat. Triple H finding it out right now. I thought Triple H probably thought, yep, 1 more pedigree, that'll put him away. It's not to be as a belly-to-belly suplex. Triple H now in some trouble. Here's a cover. 2. Oh, and he kicks out at 2.5, so leaving it to the last millisecond pretty much to kick out there. And DDT. Lesnar eats the canvas again, so Triple H trying to regain that momentum he had, but he's just been a bit stalled right now by Lesnar, who kicked out twice now with the pedigree. Is he looking to set up for the F5? No, Triple H countering. Oh, and a DDT again. So Triple H trying to stay alive. And Lesnar has taken a beating, but he still finds a way to continue the offense. Here's another cover. And Triple H kicking out again at 2.5. Jeez, he's leaving it to the last few moments, isn't it? Isn't he? And right now it's Lesnar. He's suplexing Triple H all over this ring at the moment. Lesnar trying to get back on track and try and take down Triple H. But oh my, we're going to see another one. Are we going to see it again? A third pedigree by Triple H. Surely that's enough. Surely that'll put him away. It has. Triple H, the game, has beat Brock Lesnar. It took 3 pedigrees, but the game has done it. He has beaten Lesnar, and I guess he's proven that the authority always wins. And his decision to let Lesnar go, it was best for business. What a match! What a victory! Lesnar just kept kicking out, didn't he? But 3 pedigrees was one too many, and not many men can kick out of 1 pedigree, let alone 3, so it was a valiant effort by Brock Lesnar. You certainly have to credit him for that. 3 pedigrees, it was enough to put him away, and Triple H, he is victorious. And that actually means Triple H is undefeated in Universe Mode, 3 from 3. Unbelievable, isn't it? So Triple H proving to be the man still. Whenever he has to step up to the plate, get in the ring, he continues to defy the odds and win again. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today for Payback. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video and subscribe for much, much more. And hang on, wait a minute. Triple H, he's got a chair and he's not done yet. Oh, he's attacking Lesnar after this match here. And Lesnar now getting carried away on a stretcher. He's taking an absolute brutal beating. And Triple H, he's not having any of that. He's still continuing the assault of Brock Lesnar. Come on, Triple H, enough is enough. Lesnar has taken a beating here tonight. Just put him away. And now he's got Lesnar back to his feet. Triple H looking to take out Lesnar. Uh-oh. Oh, man, this is not good. This is not good. Oh, my goodness. Triple H has proved a point here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He's done it again. 3-0 in Universe Mode. He has beaten the Beast. And I think he may have taken the Beast out for good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. Like I said earlier, please leave a comment in the comment section below saying what was your favorite match here tonight. Please remember to leave a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more Universe Mode coming up soon. Check out the forums, BrendenPlayz.com/forums. Follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, and have a great day. Thanks, guys.